Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? You like that? You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Thursday morning here inside the studio. We are just a little over a week away from that first playoff matchup between Oklahoma and Alabama out there in Norman, Oklahoma. We've already previewed that one just a little bit yesterday. We watched that Oklahoma offense for you Oklahoma Sooner fans. Today, very curious to see who shows up for this one, right? We're going to be watching this Miami offense. It's going to turn into a Malachi Toney show. Just going to let you know that. But I'm very curious, Jonathan, if this is Texas A&M fans make this thing pop because they're trying to figure out what's coming into town, or if this is going to be a Miami fans make this pop because they're so inquisitive about their own football team and want to love up on it. I don't know what it's going to be. We're going to find out today. I think the best way to do so is to maybe get you guys to comment. Hey, which fan base are you from today? Glad to have you in here. We're going to learn a lot, all right? We are really going to learn a lot about just how good this Malachi Toney cat is, all right? By game 13, which we're going to watch right here, or is it 12? 12 against Pitt. By game 12 here against Pittsburgh, I would argue he was the entire offense. They moved as he moved. They were explosive as he was explosive. Wildcat, throwing the ball, deep shots, screen game. I mean, he's the whole offense, it feels like. So I'm really excited to watch this one today. I was telling Jonathan as the intro was rolling, I think this might be my favorite football player I've watched all year long. Just because we've watched talented football players, and he is talented. But this is a football player. All right, he is a baller. I love doing this. I love studying guys like this and teams like this. Offensive line is really impressive as well. Hey, got a couple of rules around here if you are new today. If you learned anything about the game of football today, you must subscribe. If you learned anything about your favorite football team today, you must subscribe. If you have any fun at all today, you must subscribe. I can guarantee you I'm going to hit one of them three over the next however long we here. All right, let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Alrighty. We're going to start by taking a vigorous swig. I muted it.
Oh, okay.
They don't need to be hearing me guzzling coffee, Jonathan. They don't need to be hearing me guzzling coffee. It is semi-early for me over here still in the studio. Maybe not for everybody else. All right, play number one. I think they're a really, really good pass pro unit, all right? And they have to be. Their quarterback's not all that mobile. He's not going to, make two guys miss, get flat down the line of scrimmage, capture an edge, go pick up a first down. It's not going to be like that. He's going to be in a spot, all right? And he's going to throw from a spot, and defenses are going to know where that spot is. So we got to be really, really good at picking up blitzes. We got to be really, really good at pass protection. This unit is. I think Mirabal, what's Alex Mirabal is his name? I think Alex Mirabal, for my money, top 3 offensive line coach in all of college football. You can make arguments for number 1. I'm sure Miami fans will. I'm in slight agreements with you, okay? They teach it up really, really well. They're going to identify clearly who the 6 threats are. You see early, the offensive line was pointing at this guy. That's to clarify for the back, I would imagine, who his responsibilities are. And watch Brockemeyer there at center really swallow and put that linebacker in his parking spot right there. Good backside rip to the comeback over there for Carson Beck. First play of the game, 9-yard gain, okay? Just clean cut pass protection, all right? And then play number 2, they hop in Wild Toney, all right? Now, every other Wildcat I've ever really studied on this network, we don't really worry about you throwing the ball, ever, okay? This kid took American Heritage to a state championship game as a quarterback in high school because he's, again, just the best football player. He always is, all right? He always is the best football player on every team he is on, okay? What we got going on with that? Best football player on every team he has ever been on, all right? And he will remain as such for quite some time, I would imagine. And like I said, by this point in the season, guys, they had made him basically their entire game plan. This is short or second and one right here, short yardage situation. Look how physical of a runner he is. I mean, Jonathan, he can't be listed, but at like 5'10", 185 pounds, maybe. I mean, he is a physical football player. Look at meet the safety right here, stay on his feet and fall forward. I think there's something about the density to this football player, if that makes any sense at all. I think Carson's got bad luck with drops, dude. I mean, you know what it is? All right, here's my only thought process, okay, as this one goes off this kid's hands. Carson plays so on time. Carson plays so ahead of time that, I mean, this ain't going to happen to him in the NFL world when he gets there. When a tight end breaks out of his break and has the ball already on his face, it's not going to scare that guy. It's not going to surprise that guy. In fact, that guy's probably going to have told his previous quarterbacks, hey, can I get that ball a little bit earlier somehow so I can make something happen after the catch? You see what I'm saying? These kids are getting out of their breaks, and normally they're in practice. They're like, okay, now the ball's coming. But now we're out of our break and the ball's on our face, and we kind of do that one, and now we're a little bit surprised when we drop the football. That's the only thing, because, dude, if you've ever seen him in person, ain't a single ball not just absolutely spiraling like the best ball you've ever seen in your life. Like, he throws an incredible football. So it's not like, is it catchable? All right, he also doesn't throw one of these super firm footballs. Like, dude, he's a great thrower of the ball. He's one of the best throwers of the ball we've studied on this network, and we've studied him more than anybody. I mean, 30-some-odd starts, and we studied 26 of the first ones to a T, every ball he threw. He's a great thrower of the football. I just think he's got bad luck. I also think, like I said, in college, some of these throws can surprise, younger football players because, like, hey, dude, I ain't never came out of my break and had the ball already on me like that in a long time. Boom. All right. It's 3rd and 5. We know 3rd and 5, probably going to get some type of pressure, probably going to get some type of exotic, we would think. All right, that's what I think. All right, especially having been, again, a person who has studied this guy a long time. If you think you can just rush forward and let him sit back there, he's going to tear your ass apart, okay? We got to get after him. We got to send pressure, all right, as a defense. That's exactly what Pitt's doing right here, which my question is, why aren't we playing hot to the hook right now on 3rd and 5? For some reason, he is going to start to progress over the field and then take a sack. You can really see this from the tight. His eyes are on it. He's got an opportunity to play hot into this hook curl area, especially when this defender starts to fire and trigger into the blitz. We've got area to work with over here, and his eyes are on. It's very curious. You see him click off right there? Why? Where are we going there? We got to play hot. They're bringing 6 right now. We cannot, or they're playing 5. They dropped the defensive end right there. I just saw that. All right. But anyways, we got to understand that we might have to play hot here on 3rd and 5, and that's exactly what happens, and now we take a sack. But this is the dude, man. This is the dude right here. Very special football player. Very special. She's going to get him a little spray route, make a guy miss, make another guy miss, run through an arm tackle. We got 9 yards on 1st and 10. Okay? And I think all of these are options. I think he's just working the zone. He's working leverage, especially when he is working inside the 5-yard range. I think that's all rapport. I think that's all choice with him and the quarterback. Hey, you got the inside leverage from the linebacker, let's spray it out. You know what I mean? Outside leverage from the linebacker, let's break it in. You just have the freedom to do whatever you want. We're going to put you in a bunch. Hey, they're running a zone window. All right, let's just hook up in it. As soon as the ball is snapped, and I'll get it to you now. Like when you have certain players like this that are just really smart, instinctual football players, you get to play with so much more freedom than everybody else because you know they're going to make the right decision, but more importantly, if I think the game at a high level and the young wide receiver thinks the game at a high level, we more than likely are going to see the same thing the same way. You see what I'm talking about? It's the same way with Mahomes and Kelsey. Okay, not to call these people that. I'm not saying that. But that's what I'm talking about. When we have freedom, especially the more and more teams are playing zone coverage, if we have freedom and connectivity between two athletes, being a passer and a catcher, we have a very unique ability. Now, we're going to talk about something here in a second, but you can get a good look at it right here from the tight cut. Look at these splits, Jonathan. I think they have the tightest splits of any offensive line I have studied all year. They play really, really, really tightly and condensedly. It's very interesting to see, especially in the run game. He's got all of it, right? He's got short area quickness. He's got football instincts. He's got everything. I think the most impressive thing about him is his contact balance, all right? This play right here is insane. He's right here in the slot. The idea that we stay on our feet right here is straight up goofy, all right? Wait till you see this from the tight. Yeah, it's worth a cackle. I mean, it's insane the type of stuff that this kid puts on tape. Wait till you see the sail route he catches later, Jonathan. Very rarely on this channel have I ever seen someone willingly put themselves in this position, okay, and just know that they're going to cut away from all of the defensive players. You know what I mean? When I ultimately land on a toe and somehow bound out of it. Guy's goofy. And then we hop into the wild Toney, and look at this ball, Jonathan. This is better than any fade ball we saw yesterday from John Mateer. It's a dot. It's an absolute dot. Okay, no shot to John Mateer. Just saying, this is a ball. This is a damn good ball from a wide receiver. Okay, again, who, yes, has a background as a quarterback. I mean, it gets up and the nose back down. We just got to high point that at wide receiver. Now, we can miss a little bit outside a little bit more, but I'm not going to sit here and coach up the wide out. All right. Here's what I do love about Carson, okay? It's 2nd and 15 right here. I think his best ability is something that Ty is really, really good at when he has help, right? It's something that DeBoer talked about, stacking plays. Okay, we're in a 2nd and 15 situation right now. That's not ideal. But, hey, all that is one 7-yard completion and one 8-yard completion. We got a brand new set of downs and we can get aggressive. Do you know what I mean? I watch way too many football players at quarterback nowadays push it when you're not supposed to push it. It is 2nd and 12. We are not supposed to drive the ball down the field right now. We are not supposed to seek an inefficient football play. We are supposed to take the ground that they are giving us now so we can take it again on 3rd and 5, and then on 1st and 10, now we can get aggressive because we're in good balance counts. That's playing quarterback. I used to hear Troy Aikman talking about knowing when to drive the car. You got to know when it's your turn to drive the car, all right? This guy's great at it. It's 2nd and 15. Not my time to be aggressive. All right? Defense going to take everything away down the field. My time to play on time, not take a sack, get the ball out. Let's run after the catch and live to fight another day. That's exactly what he has always done throughout his career. It's why it's really, really important that teams get after him. They try to get after him now to get him on the ground because he is going to get the ball out really, really quickly here on 2nd and 15. Okay? They're bringing pressure. He finds the tight end. Boom. Now, it's actually 2nd and 7, not 2nd and 15. The down and distances are incorrect. But same premise here, right? 2nd and 7. Let's not take it inefficient. Now it's 3rd and 4. And watch what we can do on 3rd and 4. We can still play boring and methodical football that everybody else hates, but we get positive counts because of it. We have sustained drives because of it, all right? Now, the only problem with this that has been created over the years, right, is that when we start spitting all these real quick, now like zone windows, but we've hit some defenders in the face before. You know what I mean? We got 10 interceptions this year. Instead of being a guy that's like, or he's never been a guy that's ever been like, I'm going 21 for 28 for 325. You know what I mean? If he's throwing for 325 yards, buddy, we probably drop back 36 times. Because he's a really efficient player seeking completions. Not really always searching hunts. He's going to hunt when the coordinator does. You get what I'm saying? So it just opens us up to more opportunities to turn the ball over. And we have to know that as a play caller and as a fan, especially watching him. But this right, every time. This is that sail route catch I was telling you about, Jonathan. I mean, first of all, great throw. We got pressure in our face. All right, pressure in our face. That guy's doing a great job driving out of the flats and getting back up underneath this. All right, and this corner is about to sag off if my memory serves me. Or actually, the safety's going to drive down. All right, great throw, and what an insane grab by Malachi Toney. because the ball is thrown like suspiciously firm, right? It wasn't supposed to be that much on the line. That ball's supposed to be one of those, drag the toes out of the sideline. Nope, it ends up firm and on my left shoulder, and all of a sudden I just, this guy's goofy, Jonathan. I don't think we have to fall that far back though at quarterback. You know what I mean? I think we could stay firm on our front side, and then maybe we get that ball to layer like we're supposed to instead of, and then it's a little flat and narrow like it was. All right? But ugh. I love the slow-mo on this app. Stickies. Hey, I want to take a quick minute to give a shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. What a great time to be here on this network this year, but also a great time to be with our friends over at Sleeper. Go over to Sleeper today, the #1 place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. On Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts, share with your friends, and get rewarded today. Use promo code Brooks, as you see on the screen, on Sleeper and get 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. Boys, as you know, we're about 28 minutes at the time of this ad read from the kickoff of NFL Sunday. So go ahead, run over to Sleeper right now. I'll give you permission to leave the stream actively. Go over to Sleeper, get a play in right quick, and get paid. We appreciate those folks over there at Sleeper. Again, that's promo code Brooks over there on Sleeper. On the TV copy, though, it almost looked like he did one of like these behind, almost like behind his ear with the one hand. I've seen the in front of me, the behind that, because you can't see it. You're in a helmet. You don't have peripherals. You know what I mean? Just so much feel from this kid. Whoa. I think he's a serious threat at quarterback, too. At least, like, again, used to, it's like, all right, just play, like, straight up, hard, aggressive, like, get downhill, make him throw it. No, he's got touch. He's got understanding. He understands how to draw plays out. Like, look how long he holds this football and draws these defensive backs in that are trying to, really hard, firm, set the edge and turn it back in. Doink. Late little flick. Touchdown. Hey, I'll also tell you this. So Toney's a true freshman. There's a lot of people, myself included, I don't mean to throw other people under the bus, myself included, that have talked ad nauseum about how much better Notre Dame has gotten since those two football teams have played, right? We've talked about that on this network. I'm going to be honest. So has this team. This team's gotten better since their midseason losses. This kid's a true freshman. And wait till you see the juice he's about to bring. Now, Malachi Toney was an immediate pop, but he has become more involved, as you can obviously see if you're watching this tape. They weren't running wild Toney week 1, right? So it's a different offense, a different football team. They're doing a lot better things, and I think this kid's really, really special. He's a great balance to the Fletcher back that they have as well, because Fletcher's huge. But look at that crease that he found right there. Watch the juice. You can see obvious juice from the wide cut. You can really, really see how much ground we're covering and how quickly we're stressing a defense as a ball carrier right here. We got juice. We got real juice back there at the running back position. Also love that they're running toe right here, Jonathan. They're pulling the backside tackle, inserting them into the front side B gap. Same side back run too. A lot of football jargon I just threw at you right now, all right? But this is why this is important. When the back is on the right, most football teams for so long were automatically running runs, right? Cross runs, meaning the run was going to go this way statistically more times, right? We're either running inside zone this way, wide zone this way, whatever it is, read option out of the back with the quarterback, all right? But that was the action. Backs on the right, runs going right, you know what I mean? Or backs on the left, runs going right as a defense. Well, when we change things up like a same side back run, that changes a lot. All right, not only that, because they stack their defense to the strength away from the back. Do y'all see that? There's a 3 technique right there. That means the strength of the defense is away from the back, okay? When we do this, we have a natural bubble in the defense over here on this B gap. Do we see that? So this is why all this matters. This is why being able to do multiple things matter, because we're going to find natural bubbles and natural creases in the defense. On top of that, we're going to pull a backside tackle and add him for the front side Mike. Okay? So now we're really talking ball. Now we're really getting good counts. If the wide receiver would do his job and cut the safety's face off, we might score, Jonathan. This is a great rep here by Fletcher. All right, this is a wide zone rep. All right, I think this is an awesome job of finding this crease in B gap because it is hairy. All right, that one right there doesn't feel natural for most backs. Most backs are just going to keep chasing that one out to the sideline. They will not stick their foot in the ground and get north and south. He does exactly that, and it's what creates this 12-yard run. But you can really see it from the tight cut right here. This is hard for a back to do. This takes a lot of reps at pressing this, right? Getting horizontal, and then trusting that one, big dog? Really? Okay. I'm with you because that's the design of the play, and then we go make the safety cut because he's overrunning. Did you see that, Jonathan? That's a great job right there by number 4. Also want to point out number 52 right here, the Brockemeyer kid. Now, I got receipts, okay? The big brother Brockemeyer, I think they might be twins. But one of them was a 5-star. All right, I think Tommy was the 5-star. I think this is Ethan. Will you roster check me here? I think this is the other Brockemeyer. I got receipts, text messages from when I did his profile, okay, back in 2021, SI All-American edition. I had him higher graded than his brother, and his brother was a 5-star. James. Brother ain't playing football no more. James doing stuff like this on tape. And this is why I loved him. I thought he was fundamentally sound as could be. Thought he was a tremendous athlete, a little bit squatted, right? Daddy played in the league, got good pedigree right here from the Brockemeyer family. Watch him get around this shade technique, Jonathan, and really sink his hips right there. Boom. That's it. That's hard to do, guys. It's so hard to get behind the line of scrimmage. We got a 300-pounder trying to run through our chest, and we're going to flip our hips, get our feet in the ground, and hold our point right there. That's a damn good job right there, 52. It's a damn good job. Now, hey, if I'm being a real picky asshole of a football coach, I'll tell you we can't have it happen at -2, though. Can we have that happen at the line of scrimmage or at -1? That would be most ideal. Let's go to play 29. What's the number 1 short yardage play in football, Jonathan?
Tight end arrow.
Whoo! Tight end arrow in the flat. Talk to me now. Talk to me now. Number 1 short yardage play in football. Give me a read defensive end, slip the H into the flat, give me 2 wide receivers in a bunch formation to drive off that cloud defense, okay? Everybody and their mama playing cloud versus bunch 2x2. Everybody, all right? So we know that. Let's drive into the cloud window. Let's get these guys up off of the flat, and then let's rail the tight end right there into the flat. Number 1 short yardage play in football, but not everybody's got a Malachi Toney. Not everybody's got a Malachi Toney, okay? This is a short yardage area football, and this guy's supposed to be like, you'll hear a lot of Tyreek Hill with him, won't you? Have you already heard that? I hear a lot of Tyreek Hill with him. I hear a lot of Zachariah Branch, and I love Zachariah Branch. I think Zachariah Branch is a good football player. But he ain't doing this as a freshman. I didn't think. This is football instincts. This is, I am competitive. This is, I don't give a damn if I don't have the rock. I'm about to make a play. Watch this right here from 10. This is an explosive because 10 finds the most dangerous man and just absolutely puts a hat on him. All right? And now we sprung the tight end for another 15 yards. I love this kid. I love watching him play. I love watching him help his teammates. I love watching him effort. Everything about him. Bam. Come on now. And it's crazy because, like, they hide him all the time now. Like, he's back here at running back. And, dude, we would go into you would have to talk about it all week. It's like, hey, we can't lose 10, right? If we do anything, we got to make sure we cover 10. But he gets naked every week. Everybody loses him. He gets lost every single week. And I think it's because Shannon does a good job of hiding him in a different spot every single week. All right, like right now he's at running back. And I don't know about you, Jonathan, but let's see if any Pittsburgh defensive players are back there screaming, hooting, and hollering that number 10's at running back. I didn't see a damn thing, did you? So now he's going to motion out here, and now we're going to get a discombobulated late communication here between Pitt and defensive backs. Already, by the way, we're outnumbered to piss. We got 3 for their 3. That's not good enough, by the way. We're going to get beat, all right? And we get a rub right here, and now we're really, really beat. Now we're really, really beat. So I think that it's a testament to Toney. But I think it's also a testament to the coordinator. They're throwing a lot of stuff at defensive players because this is the same Pitt team we saw out here calling out motions against Georgia Tech, right? They ain't slappies. They're not poorly coached. That might have been something new that they got that week. You know what I mean? So that says a lot about the coordinator, not so much the opposing defenses, okay? I love this 22 kid. I love this young back. He's a kid out of Tampa, Florida. It's the other thing about Mario. Mario, I've been giving you hell about game management and whether or not I can trust you down the stretch, but I will give you this. You are recruiting circles around all those other coaches in that state right now. I mean, you're finding dudes. This number 22 is a true freshman out of Tampa. Will you look him up and tell me how highly rated he was? Because Toney was a 3-star. These are dudes from South Florida, mid Florida and South and beyond that everybody was like, they're all right. They're about to play on playoff teams in Kyle Field in a couple of weeks. Look at this number 22, dude. This guy's got elite juice, okay? Again, just a true freshman, going to play for a long time, hopefully in a Hurricane uniform. Just carrying it. What's up?
Okay, he was a 4-star top 150 player.
Okay, top 150 player. What's his name?
His name is Gerard Pringle Jr.
Oh, Gerard Pringle Jr. Look at these tight creases, Jonathan. Look at him trusting that. I don't see a lot of young, twitchy fast backs that's about to take it for 65 that run up in some creases like that, okay? Most of them are bounce heavy. They don't have a lot of patience. They don't have a lot of ability to be running H insert off of a mid-zone angle. Look at this. They are on mid-zone track right here as an offensive line, okay? On kind of a 45 right here, and then we're going to add the tight into wherever he finds work. Whew, he about busted that. But here we go. This was my favorite. This was my favorite play about this guy, right? Because we've seen the kid throw a touchdown pass. We've seen the kid make a block for a massive explosive. We've seen an acrobatic catch. We've seen a walk-in touchdown for the guy. You're about to see a rushing touchdown from the guy. But this is why I love him. This is why I told you guys to start the show. I think he's my favorite football player that we've studied this year because he's about to be at the top of an RPO screen, right, Jonathan? We've got an opportunity to either give the ball to the back or spray it out there to Malachi Toney. All right, we're reading this defender. He looks like he can commit himself to the screen. We're also up big in this football game. Let's hand the football off, right? Rep over for the wide receiver, right, Jonathan? Every other wide receiver we've ever watched, rep over for the wide receiver. He's just going to stand out there. Watch Toney. Oh, I'm not getting the ball? Okay, let me go get a rib cage right quick. Now, did he bury the kid? No, he did not. But I told Jonathan, it's like watching a guy play his Road to Glory career. Like I just got to go get me a piece. I got to use this sprint trigger. Got to go get down a highlight stick and got to go get me a piece. That's the way this kid plays football. I haven't seen anybody like it, honestly. I haven't seen anybody recently other than maybe Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter played the game like it was a video game. This kid plays it like energy deterioration doesn't exist. I just have an infinite amount is the way this kid plays football, and I love that. Yeah, you're going to have to make the referee go come get me off him is his whole entire mentality. Now, what you haven't seen and what I haven't talked about and what I could have spent a good 5 minutes previously writing the notes down and telling you, Pitt's been hanging out in midfield open the whole entire last 50 plays, okay? They've been hanging out 2 mid-hole safeties the entire time. Now, what I love about coordinators is not that you got to have a lot of answers. You got to have a lot of explosives. But we've got to store those up, okay? We can't just dump the clip on all of our winners, all right? Because we're not going to make it happen. Like, once he saw this, there are a couple of moments where he's just setting it up. He's just running certain looks just so he can get this tight end pop right down the middle of the field, all right? We're going to occupy the eyes of this front side safety, and we are going to run this tight end right down the middle of the field for, again, another massive explosive. Okay? It's a great job by the coordinator. I think he's really, really good. Okay? And I think he's got plenty of a deep bag. I had a football coach that said coaching is an industry of theft. The best coaches are the best thieves, is what he would say. The best coaches are the best thieves. You're about to see a play where Pitt's going to get beat or almost get beat by a play that Notre Dame got beat by against Purdue. Do you remember Purdue giving the ball to the back and then having the back try to run towards the left tackle and then throw it to the quarterback? You don't remember this? Purdue got Notre Dame with like a 45-yard explosive this year with this exact play. It's just stolen right from them and added to the Miami playbook right here inside the 5, okay? I've always told you, Jonathan, I think coordinators are, obviously they're identity people. They have to have good identities. But I think inside the 5, inside the 10, when it really gets hard to move the football because the bodies are big, the spaces are tight, that's when coordinators make their money for me. That money should have been made right there. We got to drop. But, buddy, they got a big old MFer at the running back position. This Mark Fletcher kid, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. Put us in 2, Jonathan. Watch the helmets roll. We got helmets rolling out here, homie. I think he's 230. And this is why this team has gotten so much better. Like, look, number 8's good. The number 8 running back they got is good. He does not have the lightning that number 22 is about to show you here in a couple of clips, okay? Miami fans already know what I'm talking about. You A&M fans that are watching us today, y'all haven't seen the clip of this kid. He's about to run for 70 yards here in a second. But this kid's like 230 pounds. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of the C.J. Baxter kid out there at Texas that's in the portal now, except he stayed healthy, all right? This kid is a load to tackle. Watch him roll a helmet right here, Jonathan. This poor safety from Pittsburgh gonna think about it next time he has to do it. Poor safety is just trying to do everything he can to play with decent pad level, and his helmet comes straight off. That's number 3. Or it's the linebacker's helmet, actually. Oh, no, it's this guy. Huh. Ouchie. Either way, touchdown. Canes on top. What do they say down there? It's just go Canes?
Yes, it's go Canes.
They just go Canes. Love this kid. Love this kid. Love the balance in the backfield that they now have. Again, I don't think they had this early in the year. I think they had a winnable kid at number 8. I think he's really good. I think 4 and 22 are playing special football right now. I mean, come on, dude. That's a different kind of juice, isn't it, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. That safety must have not known. You know what I mean? When I see angles like this from boundary safeties right here, when I see angles like this is, he didn't know. He didn't know that this kid can get to the edge like that. All right? Boom. It's great pursuit from the backside DB, though. Oh, he got some head nod in there. He knew he was getting a rock. You see that, Jonathan? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm finna tote this bit. Oh, man. Natural bubbles again. They run to the natural bubbles of the defense. I love that about them. Woo! Damn. All right. What else we got? Oh, we got Mr. Yak. We got Mr. Yak down here. Just an elite yak weapon. I think he averages like 6 yards a total on these screen games. You know what I also love about that, Jonathan? That's not a bubble. That's an aggressive push towards the line of scrimmage, right? That's not this bullshit. I hate, like, if this corner makes a great play, at least now we do so at +2. I love that little tweak. That's great. Well, again, if I'm a coordinator, these things I'm doing. These things I'm adding in because, like, I can't tell you how many. We watched one yesterday in Oklahoma. Oklahoma's in a damn 2nd and 1, and they got an RPO called like this is, and the RPO, the numbers say, oh, we should spit the bubble out right now, but the bubble's working to like -3 just to catch the ball and work back positive. God forbid the nickel or the corner makes a great play. You know what I mean? Now, what was a 2nd and 1 has turned into 3rd and 6. Well, shit. Who did that? We did that to ourselves. I love this. Now, how do they get away with it not being PI? I have no idea. Well, that's it right there. They just run him on a go. All right, now they probably can't do this versus own football teams. All right, they're having to do it right here versus a man football team. How's he stay up? The amount of times I go, how? What? How was he? How's he up? Was he up? Did they call this back?
I don't know. No.
They might have. They might have called him down. I think he's got great pace as a ball carrier, though. Look how slow we are until we get to that crease. And right there, we stick a foot in the gas. You sit there and you're like, all right, well, he's thrown the ball the first two of the first 3 times he was back there a Wildcat. Now we kind of have to play it slow, don't we, big boy? We kind of have to sag off and make sure we don't get beat with a pass instead of sprinting and turning it back in like this guy's trying to do. And now we don't get a piece until he's well out of bounds. All right. Now, it's 1st and 10, or 1st and goal from the 6, Jonathan. We've watched it, and this is not me being a hater. This is me being a realist. The quarterback is a non-threat in terms of a running threat, right? He's a non-threat. So you're going to see, if you watch enough tape, if you watch enough Miami football, if you watch enough Carson Beck football, just go ahead and get ready. You're going to see 4 or 5 of these reps in this football game, all right, which is this right here. Just an absolute bombardment at the mesh point, and you have no chance. Guys, there are like 4 NFL football players on this offensive line, no different than there were 4 NFL football players on Georgia's offensive line last year. And you're going to have 4 or 5 of these reps every week where the defense is sold out for the run and the quarterback cannot pull the football. I don't want him pulling the football either. I don't want him getting hit. I don't want any of that. All right, so you just know. You just have to know. That's all I'm saying. Okay, you just have to know. But if your coordinator's got tremendous design in these red areas where he's supposed to make his money, by the way, you're okay. Like, it doesn't matter if you take negatives. It doesn't really matter if you can't run the football down here in the box, as long as you got great design, which he's about to, right? We're going to run mesh rail right here and try to take this corner's eyes back here, and we're going to slip the running back right here into the flat, okay? He's so worried about that mesh, right, that scissors concept working back there into the back deep corner, we took his eyes. We take his eyes, we'll take their 6, okay? What do you think, Jonathan?
Definitely improved.
Yeah.
Again, like I said the other day, as long as he can protect the football, Carson Beck, that is, I mean, this offense will be pretty dangerous, but they also run risk of being one-dimensional a little bit,
Yeah.
I think.
What I like, no matter what we didn't show you today is how good the offensive line is. All right, we didn't really focus on that. I think Myoga, number 61, Francis. I think Francis is the best right tackle in college football. I think he's going to be a first-round draft pick. I think the Glenn kid, the right guard, I think he's one of the most physical football players we have in the sport right now. He'll be a top 45 draft pick, okay? The left tackle is a monster, all right? The center, we showed you we loved up on them. They got really, really good lines of scrimmage on both sides of the football. You're right. They will go, very similar to A&M, they will go as far as their turnover proneness quarterback avoids, or how far their quarterback avoids turnovers. You get it. Love you. See you next time. Bye.